Hey everyone, welcome to Princess of Gay. I'm your host Connie, and today we are here with episode 27 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Stone Ocean. So, last time we finished off the kickoff to the third batch of episodes with Bohemian Rhapsody. We saw a weather report and Anasui take down the stand basically through using it against itself, having a brought to life self portrait of Van Gogh or Gough. I don't. Again, I said it last time, but the way they say it is so. It's like it's something that I don't know if I can do. I'm just gonna say Van Gogh for now. But they used him to draw a, I guess, pseudo stand that causes everything else to be sucked back into their fictional worlds, which somehow also defeated the stand user, who is the drug addicted guy that met Poochie. I don't know how it actually defeated him. It makes no sense to me. But we also have the revelation that we have Sons of Dio who are going to be coming after our gang now. The druggie was just the first of them. And it made me question. It's like, okay, then what's the deal with Poochie and Weather Report and all? And it's like it was pointed out to me that like Poochie didn't originally have the star, and that only appeared after he fused with Green Baby. And it's like, oh yeah, fuck, that makes sense. Because Green Baby had the star for obvious reasons, and it's like, so when he fused with Green Baby, he got it, and it's like, oh okay, sure, yeah, okay, that makes that I feel dumb. um, but we don't know on Weather Report. So we have Sons of Dio, because the dude just, fucked around all the time, apparently. And somehow let his progeny just, happen. Even though, again, in part 5, it kind of stated that it was a surprise that Giorno would exist, that Dio would let his mother get away after, everything. I believe, unless I'm mistaken, it did actively say that it was surprising that Dio let her get away and everything, and that she just had a kid and everything after that. That Dio didn't kill her, and now we find out that happened apparently a bunch of times, because why the fuck not? But yeah, so we see that's going to be a problem, and we got our hint of the next one, who I guess is a guy who can't control his eyelids or something. Okay. I'm interested to see what kind of stands we get as we continue, because the first 2 episodes of this third batch were pretty darn good. Not perfect, but pretty darn good, and definitely made me interested to see the kind of creativity that Araki's gonna bring for these last episodes. Excuse me. I also wonder what references we're gonna get, because we got Bohemian Rhapsody here. It's like that one's obvious as hell. One of the biggest songs in the world. So yeah. But I wonder what else we're gonna get. I'm very interested. So it was a good start. A little confusing and not perfect, but good. And so now we're gonna see what comes next. So let's just get into it. When the screen fades to black, pause this redirect and go to the description below. Follow the link to the reaction, and after you watch it, come back here to the redirect and resume play. Because after it fades to black and then fades back in, everything from that point forward will be my afterthoughts and will contain spoilers to the episode. So, that being said, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you at the reaction. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. So Sky High is a 70s song from the band Jigsaw, a British pop rock band. I guess you could kind of compare their sound to the Beatles. They have a very similar sound to them, at least based off of the song, which I looked up and listened to. And it's really good. Maybe it's just because I do like the Beatles, so I already kind of like that style of music. The Beatles are my second favorite band of all time, for those who don't know, after Queen. I've never heard this song before. And I've never heard of the band before. Like, I've never heard of a band called Jigsaw before. But it's like, I hear this song now, and it's like, this is really fucking good. Like, really good. I'm wondering if they were maybe like a one-hit wonder kind of situation. But yeah, so this was a single episode stand encounter, unlike last episode in which you got a double episode. And a lot of these have been double episode stand encounters, but yeah, this one's single episode. And we deal with another son of Dio. This time we're focusing on the other group. Last time we focused on Weather Report and on Asui. This time we focused on Jolene, Hermes, and Emporio. So they end up getting attacked by Rikiel, one of the sons of Dio, who stand Sky High, is able to control the cryptid known as Skyfish. And I want to briefly look this up as well, because this is something I had heard about in the past. Okay. So in cryptozoology and ufology, rods, also known as skyfish, air rods, or solar entities, are elongated visual artifacts appearing in photographic images and video recordings. Most optical analysis to date have concluded that the images are insects moving across the frame as the photo is being captured. So basically, the idea is that they're unexplained, long visual things that appear in photos and videos. And so, like, in terms of cryptozoology and all, like with cryptids, they just gave like a name to them and acted as if they were like this mythical creature, this cryptid creature. When based on evidence, it just appears to be bugs, just regular bugs moving across the frame, probably at a point where it's just captured weird like that. This, again, it's something I have heard about in the past. And so it's interesting that they bring something like this into JoJo. That Araki thought, like, oh, this sounds interesting. Let's make a stand that controls them. And in this universe, they're actual living creatures. They're not just like a visual phenomenon that appears on photos and videos. They're actual living creatures in this world. And Sky High is able to control them. That's all his stand does. But they have the ability to sap away body heat, which can cause adverse effects in the body, which is really fucking interesting. It's a very uniquely thought out stand and is very fucking creative. Like, even for like some of the stands that we get in this series, this is a pretty damn creative one. So Rikiel attacks them while they're flying the helicopter originally. They have to jump out. And then they have a battle by the water with him. And we see that Rikiel is just a mess of a person. And it's like, I almost kind of feel bad for him. It's like this dude is plagued by panic attacks and is just an absolute total walking disaster. And because he happened to find some clarity and control over his emotions and everything once he met Poochie, he pledges his loyalty to him just because of that. It's like, I kind of feel bad for this dude. He's being used by Poochie just by basically being forced to think that his genuine disorder here, like, is being fixed just by having met Poochie. It's like panic attacks are a very real thing, and they really fucking suck. Obviously they can happen to different degrees, but it seems like his are pretty strong. And that's really insane. I've had very few that have been that strong. Very few that have been like as intense as his got, but still. The symptoms are all there, and that's how I was able to recognize it. Like the shortness of breath, the sweating, the active panic in your emotions because of it. It's like, yeah, this is all very common. And panic attacks can have other symptoms and stuff as well, of course, but those are kind of the most typical. Also, this dude is like wearing this just ridiculous cow print outfit, and it's like, what the actual fuck, my dude? I'm okay with cow prints like clothing and stuff, but that outfit was just so whack. It's like, if you're gonna wear cow prints, at least make it look good, my dude. But Jolene manages to have her will be stronger than his, and ends up winning also based on her luck. So he's content, and he does tell them the truth. And I even though Hermes isn't convinced he's telling the truth, I think he is. He reveals all about Poochie's plans and everything with the Sons of Dio and all. But he then also states that Jolene is something that he needs, that Poochie needs. He needs her luck and everything. So that's interesting. But we also find out that Weather Report is Poochie's brother. And that apparently the star appeared on him at the same time as Poochie. But that doesn't even... How does that even make sense, though? Why would it also appeared on him? They're just brothers. Is it trying to say like they have some kind of like deep psychic connection, but it's like we just don't know about it because Weather Report's memory was taken and everything by Poochie? It's like, I just don't understand why Weather Report would suddenly have it too. That makes no sense to me. See, my thought prior to this was that that Weather Report was a son of Dio. I feel that would have worked. That would have fit timeline. I feel like he could have definitely been the right age, and it would have also, I feel, just kind of shown that we could have one of Dio's sons on our side as well. Obviously, the fact that he had no memory of his past and all had to be important, but like that could possibly be explained by other things too. Or maybe he knew he was Dio's son somehow. Maybe there was a lot more to that. It's just, I feel like almost that would have been a little more satisfying. Having him be Poochie's brother, like, I mean, obviously I don't know where that's going to go. That could lead to end up being very satisfying and be really interesting. But it's like, right now I just don't really understand why that was what Araki went with. I guess we're going to have to see. But either way, yeah, this was a very entertaining episode. I was thoroughly invested. And let me know what you thought in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts on The Stand, on its abilities, and if you've heard the song before, or even if you just check it out because of this, what do you think of Sky High by Jigsaw? Do you think it's as great a song as I honestly do now after having listened to it? Let me know. And thank you so much for tuning in. For now, I'm Connie and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.